What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and happy 4th of July if you celebrate. But it's business as usual here in the Quartering studio. You know, I have viewers worldwide, and I do respect their boredom as well. And you might be stuck at a family 4th of July event, and you might want to just watch some video game news or some video game stories. And so that's, what I'm here to do. As Gundam would say, I'm here to dance clown. So, funny story I woke up to this morning, and that was that Kotaku was being accused of plagiarizing a Super Mario Maker 2 level and then writing an article around it. And I'm going to get to the evidence because I think it is important. As much as I loathe Kotaku, I think maintaining a professional standard and not letting my emotions get in the way is, it's important. It's hopefully one of the reasons that many of you continue to tune in. So we're going to look at the evidence, and I'm going to let you decide if you think they ganked this kid's level or not. So it started off with a tweet. Actually, this is the first I saw of it. Chris Kohler, who goes by the Mario Maker handle Koban, I believe. He is a features editor at Kotaku and co-host of A Good Job Brain, and he was at Wired, and he's got a book, I guess, on Final Fantasy V. What is it with all these Kotaku people who have books? Should I write a book? Is it even worth my time? I don't understand. I would have to pay an editor. So if you've seen me tweet, you know the amount of money I'd have to pay an editor would be absurd. But I feel like all these clowns have it in their bylines, and perhaps to be a real video game coverage guy, I need to have a book. But nonetheless, woke up this morning to mention my munchies full of accusing me of plagiarizing someone else's Mario Maker level. No, I would never, ever do something like that. Now, this is a bold statement because the internet is looking. I guarantee it. Remember the last guy, I think it was IGN, who dared the internet to find other times he plagiarized, and they found like 10 examples? Well, it's going to be interesting how this unfolds, but nonetheless, he is denying it. And he went on to say, I worked on that level for multiple days, testing and tweaking every little bit. I haven't played the level in question, referring to the one that he was accused of stealing. Oh, we'll just take your word for it. But if its creator is reading this or following along, I want to assure them that I didn't have any interaction with their level whatsoever prior to seeing screens of it today. Again, I have never, ever done such a thing and never would. Now, I've never really interacted with Chris Kohler, so I don't have any preconceived notions about his propensity to tell the truth or not, and whether or not he's any good at covering video games. I do know who he's chosen to work for, and that is a one notch against his credibility. But the article, as you can see, Best Mom Ever coming in here, and you see replying to an in-depth comparison article that shows brick-by-brick copy for No I Didn't, isn't it, man? You guys always enjoy putting each other's on blast for clicks. Now it's your turn to dance, which is what we're going to do. So I hope that if you are here watching on the 4th, and I expect viewership to be a little bit lower, that you consider dropping a like, leaving a comment, and if you have a Twitter, Facebook, or Minds, just help get the news out there. YouTube doesn't share my videos like it does other creators, and I 100% rely on all of you, and I'm thankful for the work that you do. By the way, should I buy Super Mario Maker 2? I've never played Mario Maker. Is it just like for customizing levels, or is there actual story mode with it? I love Mario, but I just have never, I don't know. People really, really love this game. Mario Maker 2, this is on July 4th. Mario Maker 2 out just 1 week, and it's been met with resounding success. Players are making, sharing, and playing thousands of levels around the globe. Of course, every maker's dream is to reach the front page and have their level launch them into Mario Maker fame and glory. So imagine the disappointment you would feel if a journalist, they forgot the quotations, at Kotaku copied your level, uploaded it, and became Mario Maker famous for it. Well, it seems that's what happened to maker Josh Lamb with his incredibly creative, quote, Mario's Remorse level just this week. In his head, Mario's remorse. In this level, Mario's remorse, Mario's met by a Goomba walking out of his home. As Mario often does, he stomps the Goomba and the head, which rewards you with the key to the house. Once inside the house, the player realizes that this is not going to be an ordinary Mario level. Inside is a quaint home with Goomba family. The stage makes use of great special sound effects to capture the feeling of shock that Mario must feel, realizing that he's taken out a loving family member. After ending the rest of the family, Mario goes out to a short period to find a warp zone down to the hot place. Once there, Mario is confronted with his actions, and he must climb his way out. Wow, I'm kind of thinking about buying Super Mario Maker now. I'll leave out the rest of the story as to not spoil anybody's playthrough, because the article is about something else. A Kotaku writer whose Mario Maker alias, Kobun, uploaded a suspiciously similar level 2 days after John Lamb launched the original. It's no surprise that the journalists stumbling upon this level would be amazed at its fantastic use of the engine to tell a story much deeper and darker than we're used to in a Mario game. Assuming it's not just an incredible coincidence, what's really disappointing is this would have been a great chance to use the platform of Kotaku to shine the spotlight on this talented creator, rather than on self-promotion. With the help of the Kotaku platform, Kobun's level reached the front page of Mario Maker's Course World, and at the time of writing this has over 10,000 plays. For anyone who would like to try the level, here are the codes. Now, if we look at these, screenshots, I'm not exactly sure these are showing any similarities, to be honest with you. They have just screenshots of the level itself. What I'm curious about is, where are the shot-by-shot remakes? So then I looked for more information, and it turns out that this level had in fact existed, a part of this level, I guess, in Super Mario Maker 1. Here, with 7.4 thousand upvotes, Kotaku journalist takes player's level designed to promote it as his own and achieves fame in Mario Maker 2 with screenshots. But again, this is the same article that I just read, and I'm not necessarily seeing how the two are similar. But this story clearly has legs. But then here on the top, the fact that this level already existed in Super Mario Maker 1 throws this whole story under speculation. On the idea that this is a concept for a level wasn't stolen from this particular user, since we'd rather not much have a witch hunt out here, this is being removed. And then you see Josh Lamb. I'm the creator of Mario's Remorse, so AMA, I guess. The replies are interesting. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but didn't one of the most popular courses in Mario Maker 1 have the exact same idea? I remember playing a level that you had to end a Goomba and then go to a Goomba Purgatory where you had to make your way out. Josh replies, this very well may be the case. I've never played the first game or had a Wii U, so I'd be interested in seeing it. Maybe this is less of a copycat scandal and more of a proof of hive mind. So the initial user themselves is perhaps backing off a little bit. Now, I checked, the Kotaku guy has not played this level unless he used a different account. Still, not many people have played it, so him plagiarizing this level is extremely unlikely. So it seems like, I'm not sure if it's there, but at the interesting part of this all is just how quickly it's spreading. And you see Josh Lamb, he already apologized, so it's all good. Now I'm covering this because you all asked me to, but as far as I know, maybe they've backed off on this claim. That, this is a huge problem on YouTube. I've had a video in the can for a couple days now about another YouTube creator who has had their videos jacked by one of these video game content aggregators, and they have a very unique format. But, the new version is it's like just enough different that I can see how the person who's making it now feels like they can stand by it, that they didn't steal the idea. But it's so similar in many ways that I see why the original creator thinks that it was ganked. So, This is the original Chris Kohler article, which apparently isn't loading. Oh, apologies in advance. I expect my last Super Mario Maker 2 level to occupy much of the video game discourse for months to come. I anticipated many a think piece, so if you want to try it for yourself, it's whatever. Just know that you, the player, implicated in all that happens. Now, here's the interesting thing. Here's the most interesting thing about this. If, in fact, you could say that the original creator was inspired by a previous level in Super Mario Maker 1, then you could argue that Chris Kohler himself also had the exact same inspiration, so it's not exactly super unique. But he came into this article and apologized, So, Chris, you typically write an article, one article every 2 days, and lately it's been almost exclusively about Mario Maker 2, promoting your own levels. What makes you newsworthy enough? What do you even do for Kotaku except promote yourself or fixate on Nintendo? So it's interesting. I'm not sure why you would get paid to write this article that just essentially promotes your own level. Do I think he plagiarized it? I think if I have to be fair, I would have to see more evidence of that, especially when you see the actual original Josh Lamb saying basically that they already apologized. So it's tough to say. I'm curious what you have to think or what you have to say. Do you think, I'll file it in this. It's probable, but at this point, I don't think there's enough evidence of it. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll talk to you again real soon.